our most recent gap system, before we were with PCMI on PCRS, before that we had an on-site, on-prem solution that was pretty customized and hadn't been updated in a long time, right? So it was something that was, we were looking to go to the cloud. That's our strategic direction across our enterprise at JM&A and across JM Family Enterprises. And so we were looking at something that had software as a service. What is the data security around that? Obviously super important for anybody in software and transacting claims. And we're receiving data from customers about their loan. We're receiving sometimes police reports, different information that it's very important, the security of the data for us. The other thing, Mark, that you just mentioned is the self-service, right? Those portals. Those were critical for us because we were getting documents by email, by fax, by postal service, all the different ways that you could possibly think of, we're getting documents that way. And so how do we really enable self-service? Because I as a customer want to see that I can load and you can receive it and it's directly on my claim. How do I see that you have it instead of having to call somebody and talk to somebody? So the self-service aspect for a customer, also for a lender, was very important to us. And the other small piece with that is that we had in a few years back, had enabled what is the status through kind of an email or a web to email type of a functionality, which was great. But it also showed us that people were doing things at 2 o'clock in the morning. They were doing things when they weren't working, which is, oh, by the way, when we're working, right? So they're doing things from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning, which is when our offices are not open and all these legacy processes weren't happening. So it was very important to implement that self-service aspect of it. We also wanted to add transparency in the claims process. So we weren't having to ask and solicit phone calls back from the customer or the lender. Oh, hey, call us in a couple of days and and we'll check again and see if that document's been received. Call us back and we'll let you know the status. Nobody wants to solicit a phone call, right? That costs money. So we want to be able to allow self-service, allow that customer, that lender to see what is the status. What have you received? What have you not? Where are you in the process of this claim? How quickly can we get this thing accomplished? So that was super important for us, as well as communications. Like I said, some people don't even know how to check their mailbox anymore. It's all electronic. Everything comes electronically these days. We wanted to be able to communicate electronically instead of going through the postal service. So that was a huge thing for us. We also wanted to be able to say, hey, we haven't heard from you in a couple of days. We saw you started to claim, but we haven't heard from you. Is there anything we can do to help you? And just those dynamic reminders instead of a prescribed process that we had previously been in. So this has enabled a faster process for us. We're seeing things, we're learning things, we're tweaking things as we go, but we're also looking to make electronic payments, ACH payments to lenders, and we're moving in that direction. We've enabled that here through our process and the platform as well, which is nobody wants to get a check anymore, right? So how do we get into this environment that we all transact and in our personal lives, we all do it so easily on our mobile devices and everything else? How do we do that in a process for a gap claim?
Well, and the nice thing too is we get a person back in a car hopefully faster, right? I mean, they get their additional money, right? Obviously they need to get a new car, right? The better experience we make this, hopefully they're going back to their dealer and buying a new car from that dealer. So.
Absolutely. It's a very emotional process for people, so the faster you can get them through it, the better off they are.